What's up, everybody? It is officially more than 50 degrees here in Vermont, so let it be beach season. So, as I alluded to in my last video, that we're in the thick of our nutrition unit at Hartford High School this far in the semester, and the last video that I recorded had to do with processed foods. And I realized that in that video, I wrote that sugar is bad, but I want to be really, really clear that not all sugar is bad, such as fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds and things like that is actually really awesome energy for us. And it is put into the food as a whole food to balance out the fiber and the other nutrients that are in those whole foods to make them super healthy and make our body rock and roll. The bad sugar that I was referring to is the processed sugar. That's sugar that is taken and added to foods by the food companies for three reasons primarily. One, to make it last longer on the shelf. It's a good preservative. Two, it's very, very addicting and tastes really good. I actually recently read an article contending that sugar is more addictive than cocaine. Interesting. And three, it's pretty cheap. So food companies can put it in the foods and it doesn't cost them a lot, therefore making more money. So those processed sugars are often disguised as oses, so fructose, dextrose. Also, if you see the word cane something in the ingredients, there's also that's a sugar, as well as anything that has a syrup. So corn syrup or any other type of syrup is a processed sugar. And the reason why, so the question that I'm answering today is, why is processed sugar harmful to our body? And the reason why, it boosts the insulin levels in our bloodstream, and a sustained increase of insulin levels in our body without our body being able to clear itself out and always having that sugar in it results in a bunch of things. So from too much processed sugar, we can have harmful impact on our brain. This is all based on research or stuff that I've looked into to find out why this processed sugar is so harmful for our body. So it impacts our brain negatively. It negatively impacts our mood. As you can see, I haven't had any processed sugar because my mood is great today, and 50 degrees in Vermont in March doesn't hurt either. It also has a negative impact on our teeth. We all know that the dentist encourages us to eat healthy foods. It has a negative impact on our joints in that it causes and sustains inflammation throughout our body and our joints. It has a negative impact on our skin. Our skin cells age faster, so our skin looks older faster. You know, I want to look like a spry 20-something-year-old when I'm in my 80s, and I plan to do that without eating lots of processed sugar. Also, it's tremendously bad for our liver. Our liver is kind of like the filter that helps clean our body out, and when our liver is overloaded with processed sugar, it's not able to do its job adequately and protect our body and sustain it at a healthy level. The sustained insulin in our bloodstream is also horrible for our heart and our arteries and veins, as well as our pancreas. It does some destruction to our kidneys as well, and increases our body weight and raises the level of obesity. So if all of those reasons aren't enough for us to stop eating processed sugar, or at the very least cut down on processed sugar, please know that an overload of processed sugar also, just like our skin, ages the rest of our cells. So our body looks and feels older faster on a diet of high processed sugar. And you're wondering, or I was wondering, so I actually went to the Harvard website because I figured they have legitimate data. And the top 5 processed foods that contribute to the intake of the majority of our sugar in a Western diet. Number 5 is candy. About 5% of processed sugar is consumed through candy. Another 5% is consumed through what we call dairy desserts, mainly ice cream. Another 9% is juice. So when you separate the juice from the fiber in a fruit, so if I squeeze an orange and just drink the juice, I'm having extra sugar, and I need that fiber that's in that whole food to balance that out to make me healthy. 12% of our sugar comes from snacks, sugar-laden snacks such as donuts, cakes, Ho-Hos, Twinkies, that kind of stuff. but a whopping 42% of all of the processed sugar that we in the Western diet consumes comes from soda, sports drinks, and energy drinks. So if someone were to say to me, where's the first place I should start in consuming less processed sugar? It's in those drinks. So we want to try to cut down on soda would be number one, and then the other drinks after that, iced teas, lemonades, that kind of stuff, energy drinks, and sports drinks. Don't believe the hype. All you need is water, and you're good to go. So that is why we're trying to cut down on processed sugars. Stay strong, happy eating and drinking, whole foods and whole liquids, and I'll see you soon.